Good morning. It is 7:11 a.m. on Tuesday, August 14th, 2018. I'm Christiana Ellis and I just got up. This is 5 more minutes. I successfully went to bed early last night. Right? Yeah, good on me. I definitely needed it. I still woke up feeling pretty much like, oh, I want to sleep some more. But, better. I also watched a movie that I hadn't watched in a while last night called Kung Fu Hustle, which is gloriously bonkers. If you're not familiar with it, it's a live action martial arts movie, but to call it comedic does not fully convey quite how cartoony it gets. It is very over the top in terms of its action and the way it depicts things, but one of the things that I find so interesting about it, in addition to just it being a fun story, is like I said, when I call it cartoony, I just literally mean having them do things with the special effects. It's, CGI mostly, but to just have these people behave in cartoony ways. And by that, I mean even things like, preparing to run really fast by staying in place and having their feet go and then disappearing in a little puff of smoke. Like, I mean, it does stuff like that with people, and it's kind of it's there's not a lot like it out there, and I think it's really a lot of fun. And one of the things that's also fun about it, without spoiling too much, is just uh, surprising badassery from unexpected corners. And ultimately, at the end, too, a I don't know. I wouldn't say that I am an expert enough in kung fu movies to call it a classic move, but it feels that way. Uh, that the bad guy at the end does not have to be killed to be defeated. And I thought that was interesting. That said, I don't know. I don't really care to get into that aspect of it too much because that's really not the point of the movie. It's very silly, it's very fun, and that's why I like it and why I felt the compulsion to rewatch it. Tonight I am starting my new improv class, and so that was a big part of what helped me to make myself go to bed early last night was just this idea of like, well, I want to be I want to be rested and feeling better for tomorrow. And so, yeah, it was a worthy endeavor. And so that's the plan. I I think I keep hesitating because there's something else on my mind that I was kind of like not sure what to say about it exactly. Not because it's a secret or anything, but just because I'm still kind of processing my own feelings on it. And one is that I started making inquiries to various corgi breeders in my vicinity, interested in getting a new puppy. But I found once sending those emails that I'm not 100% sure if I'm actually ready. Like, thinking about it in the abstract is one thing, but I found when it started to feel a little bit more concrete, I was suddenly scared a little bit. And at a certain point, I think that I can recognize that, similar to what I experience sometimes with what I've talked about, like social things that I know I want to go to, but when it gets close, I start feeling like this, oh no, I don't know if I'm actually ready for it. I think it might be that to some extent. Now, obviously, getting a new dog is a very serious thing. It's not something you should enter into lightly at all. But I think it's also worthwhile to recognize when something would be a good thing. You have thought about it, and being able to push past feelings of anxiety that would otherwise stop you from doing something that would be good for you. Anyway, still thinking about that, but like I said, that the actual emotional experience of it was a little bit more intense than I expected just from sending emails. Anyway, I will be talking to you all tomorrow for 5 more minutes.